Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm doing a takeover today on Thomas's account. So Thomas won a free account takeover on one of my YouTube giveaways recently, and he has said, please help me. Help me with Clan Boss, currently smacking Brutal and getting top chest on Brutal, and currently hitting Spider, and needs to progress in those two areas. So Spider, we're actually only hitting stage 13. So a long way to go. Let's have a quick look around the accounts. So we have got an account which is about 100 days old. So 3.5 months into the game. A woeful great haul. But with 100% win rate in the arena, gold 4 now. So I'm guessing we're smacking through some of those bot teams and starting to work on this, which is good. And I understand why it was woeful, because well, saying that, probably for the last 2 months, the arena's been fixed. So, yeah, you need to start chunking up some great haul, Thomas. Come on. Anyway, we're looking for Spider and Clan Boss. And I know that he's recently pulled a Draco. Let's see what else we got. So we've got Kreela, Draco, and Nephril. All great legendaries. Those three are all brilliant. Sathalia is also really good. Really good legendary. Not for Clan Boss, but just generally. So you kind of got awesome Clan Boss champion, awesome Clan Boss champion. We've got a decrease attack, decrease defense, weaken poison. More poison here, more poison here. We don't have a counter attack champion. So that's one of the things which is holding back a Clan Boss hits. But still, with the quality we've got here in terms of an ally attacker, in terms of the poison damage we can bring, we should be on Nightmare for sure if we've got the gear. So let's just have let's just see who he's running right now. So generally we've got decreased attack, we've got decreased defense here. That's okay. Way too much poison going on. So you've got poison, poison, poison. Chaos bringing weak source poison now. We don't need him anymore. I know that Draco's a new addition, but even so, we don't need KO in this lineup. You'd be much better off bringing a decrease defense weakened champion, or just like more of a support based champion. But let's just have a look at these 5 builds and see if we can work out why we've not already moved to Nightmare. Pretty good defense, not bad speed. This is actually kind of a Nightmare build already. It's not bad. Way too slow on our Sepulchre. Ideally, you run a 4-3 speed on Sepulchre so that she gets her block debuffs back round at the right time to block the Clan Boss stun. Let's have a look here. Slow again. Not enough defense. She's quite hard to build defense on, in fairness. We do have Yowza. Yowza. What's going on here? Oh, same sort of thing, really. A little bit low on defense. Could do a defense on this. Defense here. Defense here. Yeah, so it looks like we just need to chunk up some defense. And probably, because we don't have a counter attacker, I'd rather run speed than a 5th poisoner. So where Kale's running right now, in, again, similar sort of build, not enough accuracy to land anything, I'd rather run a speed champion like Apothecary here. So I'm going to mix it up a bit, try and push the damage up from Brutal to Nightmare, and see if we can get a decent hit on Nightmare done. Then we'll come back to the Spider problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to build out a team that's running as quick as I can get it to run. We don't have the gear to properly like speed tune a really effective team here. So we're going to run Draco, Kreela, Sepulchre, Apothecary, and Frozen Banshee as my 5. So I've got plenty of poison, decreased defense and weaken, decreased attack. Now you see instantly here, this accuracy on Sepulchre means that she is jeopardizing the run all the time. All the time. She needs to be at like 170 accuracy to make Nightmare work. Her defense is great, her speed is slow, and she's just jeopardizing the run all the time. So that needs to be fixed. Kreela doesn't need accuracy. Her build's actually quite good already. Draco's not built at all yet. Frozen Banshee has got good accuracy, just needs a little bit more speed and a bit more defense. And Apothecary is not built for Clan Boss yet. So a bit of work to be done. But the main thing to fix is Sepulchre. Sepulchre is really putting everything at risk with this current build. Okay, guys, we've got a team good to go. Sepulchre coming in at 196 speed, pretty fast, 3.5k defense. He's actually got a decent crit rate as well. Accuracy is 160. I'd like it like 10 more, but it's the best I can do right now. I will advise for Thomas to try and push the accuracy on the Great Hall just to get another couple of levels up. That will make the difference for us there. Creela, everyone's in Lifesteal gear, by the way. Creela, pretty similar build to what she had. I've got a bit more defense on her, but pretty solid build already. Draco, we've moved into defensive setup, 3.2k defense, 198 accuracy. So he's looking strong. He's gone for support and offense masteries, which is good for Nightmare. He doesn't have him booked, doesn't have any of the legendaries booked, so it's good to take things like Cycle of Magic to try and get your cooldowns back on your decreased defense and weaken. We've then got Frozen Banshee, similar sort of setup. Again, we've gone like this same setup for everyone really. Defense, defense, and speed on the items, and then defense, defense, accuracy when we need it. So that's similar sort of builds. 3k defense, 172 speed, 179 accuracy. She's good to go. And then we've brought Apothecary in as our fifth. 3.3k defense, 188 speed. He's just going to keep everyone moving. Now, for the actual clan boss run, for Nightmare, so it's the first time we would have tried Nightmare on this account, and we were 2 to 3 key in Brutal, so it's quite a jump from where we were, but I think we're good for it. If we need the higher accuracy, we can just throw Frozen Banshee in as the lead, so that's not a bad idea to make sure Sepulchre lands abilities until we get that extra 10, because she can tank it up pretty similar amounts to what Sepulchre can anyway. They've got a similar level of defense. Sepulchre will last longer in that position, but in terms of landing debuffs, that's more important to us. Yeah, so let's do it. Also, poison is less important than decrease attack. So I'd rather, if anyone's getting stunned, I'd rather it was Frozen Banshee than a Sepulchre. So let's just let this run through. We should be landing plenty of poison. We should be getting ally attacks off when we get lucky and we don't hit the 20% chance of it not landing. We'll have increased attack and crit rate up as well. So you can see already like that debuff bar fills up fast. But we already take like reasonable hits, even early level. Nightmare clan boss starts to get tough, especially if it's kind of like first time trying it. I should have held on to this ability for Sepulchre until that stun. But I'm going to let it run through anyway, and then perhaps I'll try a second run where I use Sepulchre a bit more effectively. Or maybe I'll just tweak it now. But yeah, let's see how we get on. First run on Nightmare. Okay, so we're coming up to turn 20. Turn 20 is where this clan boss starts to hit hard. 13.5 million already, so our damage per turn is actually really good. It's really high. And it also means that we will be able to 3 key. So we've already hit a 3 key. We're actually not going to be too far off 2 key in this as well. The one thing I'm nervous about is just that decreased attack dropping off. So we should be good to try and place it again. See, it's dropped off here. Didn't land it. It's pretty much could be run over if we don't land it right now. Didn't land it. So 3 times in a row we didn't land it. That's really unlucky. I'm just going to see. Oh, we do get a 4th try, but we filled up the debuff bar, which is wipe. See how important decreased attack is. It's really unlucky to have missed it 3 times in a row, but that's pretty much the only way this run ends. I'm going to go for a replay and see if I can just stay a bit more in control of it myself. Anytime it looks like it's under threat, I'll manual in and bring it back up and see if we can get a 20 mil key. Okay, back to turn 20, guys. We are doing the similar things, really. 15 million. I have been able to hold on to that increase attack. I can even like save things like ally attack here for next turn to give me a better chance of keeping that increased attack on. Ally attack's a really good way to try and keep it going. So sometimes you start to just hold back special moves if you're trying to go for a decent run like this. So get the poisons out. We're filling the debuff bar up still. Going to do the ally attack here to try and refresh that increased attack for another turn. Got it. So we've landed that. We'll get another chance here anyway. So we're all looking good. 17.4 million. It's going to be close. It's going to be close to whether we really kind of push much more than we've got previously. But I mean, if we could get to 20 million is a 2 key. That's always the dream. You've got tough decisions here, like do you increase your defense or do you try and heal, basically. Like A1 heal, got decrease attack out as well. Going to heal here to make sure I'm full health. Get some turn meter boost going. Oh, see, increased defense would have saved Frozen Banshee, but I think everyone else would have been dead. So really tough decisions on some of these things. 18 million here. I'm going to throw up the increased defense and hope I get another turn. Oh, we haven't got the speed up, so I'm not going to get another turn. There goes Sepulchre. And that's pretty much the end of the run. We might get some poisons out. Got no decreased attack, so the next hit is basically job done. But 19. Oh, she stayed alive for one more. Get a few more poisons out. Good girl. Good girl. 19.6. So massive, massive key. I'd say realistically it's a 3-key team, like easily, and it's very close to a 2-key team. So really happy with that. Yeah, massive, massive advancement from where we were. Let's see if we can't go and smash some Spider as well. So I've already done a bit of work on the Nephril build. Put him in, so I sped him up, got his accuracy up. I put him in 2 parts perception, 2 parts accuracy. See all this stuff, I don't have the silver to roll this stuff up properly, so we'll go as it is. We can use people like Kreela. We can use people like Draco that we've already built. I'm going to need to do a bit of rework on Kale. Maybe even Sethalia can come in. Look at some of these speeds on some of these builds, guys. This is where it gets tricky. Like, we've used a lot of the good gear, and we're left with champions that just are not built well. So this is where it gets difficult. You need to pick speeds up. I'd say like once, I've said it a few times before, 170 minimum is what you want as speeds for champions you're actually going to use. So I'm going to see if I can speed a couple up, get them into proper gear, and then we're going to smack this Spider. Okay, it's actually quite difficult to make decisions on some of these things. Like, you want Nephril in here because he's such a good control champ, but he's the wrong affinity for this. So would we be better with Sethalia? You know, some of these builds now, we're pretty short on silver, so I can't go change all the builds on the account. I kind of got to run with what we got. One thing I do need to make sure is that Coldheart has got a higher HP pool, 27k, than someone like a Apothecary who we'd rather have as a tank. So he's actually a couple of K over. Let's see what other people are doing. So Draco currently will be the person who absorbs spiders. Let's see what else we got. She's high. So yeah, so basically we're looking for the lowest HP champion, which is going to be a Draco. Draco at the moment is the target. I could put Nephril in this position, and Nephril would be the target instead. But she does bring a heal. She does bring a turn meter drop as well. So I think we're going to go with this. See how this runs. So everyone's kind of neutral affinity here. There's no strong, there's no weak. If this doesn't work, I'll bring Nephril in and try that. We should have a reasonable amount of AoE damage. We've got drop defense and weaken. Kreela does a ton of damage. You see a bit of turn meter drop there from Sethalia. This gives us more time. And we've got our increased attack from our Kreela going on. This is the worst thing about Kreela's kit. Oh, sorry, she didn't do it there. But when she does her ally attack, she hits a random person, which is easily the worst thing that she does. So we've got the Heartseeker off. It's pretty much what we're after. Each time we're after that Heartseeker for our damage. You see Draco's the target, like we said, which is good. It gives Coldheart a time to get her her abilities off. It might be that we even need to put her health higher than Apothecary's, just so that we make sure we got 2 people that are tanking up damage before Coldheart's got to start tanking. We're going pretty well though. Stage 14, you know, it's certainly not an easy stage. By this point, you kind of need to be working quite hard to get your teams, you know, really happening. There's the big heal from Sethalia. This is what I'm a bit nervous about. This is why I'd rather Coldheart was tanking there. Yes, we lost her. So I'm going to rerun it. I'm just going to change those healths over, make sure that Coldheart's is higher than Apothecary's, and then we'll go again. Okay, so pretty much used the rest of our silver just to prop up the health here of the Coldheart so that she's not next in line. And let's see how we go on take 2. Make sure I got my settings right. Yeah, okay. So Draco's still going to be the target. We've not changed that. So Thalia, I think, brings enough to keep her in the team right now. And Kreela does a lot of AoE damage. When we get further on, Kreela probably comes out for Nephril. And the biggest challenge you've got with this team right now is that too many of the team are actually the same affinity, which is not ideal. See that though, Kreela just absolutely one-shots a wave. We've got a bit of turn meter drop there from Thalia. Starting to put some poisons out. Heartseeker. So this run's working better anyway than it did before. Good hit from Kreela again. We decide to hit a random Spiderling. What a weird part of our kit that is. And we don't have masteries everywhere. We've got masteries on the clan boss champs. So Draco takes up some damage. Same as last time. What we should find this time is Apothecary becomes the second target if we lose Draco. Draco's doing a good job though, holding off the damage. Because he's in the clan boss build, his defense is reasonably strong. And that's how you tend to keep your team alive. Other good thing with this kind of setup, Kreela, every time she does an attack, she puts a mini shield out, which just helps on this sort of stuff. And we're all waiting now for our Heartseekers to come back. Keep the damage going. There it is. Next one. So we've probably got one more Heartseeker worth of damage we need to find. So far, so good, really. We should get another heal. There it is. Nice damage from the Cold Heart as well. And it looks like stage 14 on auto should be done. Can't see that we don't do it now. What we will find though with this team in particular is we don't have, we don't really have an answer to force in terms of the affinities. Nephril will help with that a ton, but you can see how many of this team are magic affinity. That could be a problem for us. We really want that Heartseeker to come back. I think it's due. We might be one more turn away. Yeah, we're one more turn away. So the Spider gets a mini reset. Luckily, we just killed a ton of Spiderlings at that point. And you see Apothecary became the second target this time because we switched up those stats. Ally attack goes random. And that should be job done. There we go. So Spider down, stage 14. We move on to 15. It's going to be, it's a hump level. So in this instance, I think we lose Kreela for Nephril. Apothecary is going to be the tank. Let's see if this is enough as well. I'll show you the start of it and towards the end. I won't show you all of it. It can be quite long. What we should find in this one is that Nephril comes into his own because he's the positive affinity here. And stun. Look at those stuns. Pretty much everywhere stunned. Turn meter drop there. Turn meter drop from everyone because of Nephril's ability. On auto, Cold Heart's still going to do her main turn meter drop. We don't need it. We didn't need it there. But on auto, she decides to do it anyway. We've got to wait for Nephril to rotate his abilities. If he was booked, they'd come back quicker. But again, Draco's got a tank for as long as possible. And we do have a good amount of protection here in terms of stun, turn meter drop, and healing from this team. So I think this team, although there's 3 people that are the wrong affinity, I think we've still got a good chance. So now let's play through. I'll show you whether we do it or not. And yeah, we'll keep it rolling. Okay, so we're about 3 minutes in. We just lost our Draco, and Cold Heart is not Cold Heart. Apothecary is picking up the flak. It's pretty close. It's pretty close, but it's a definite auto. We've had a lot of protection going on, and it's going to be about a 3.5 minute run. I think even now, if like the worst case scenario, and the Spider got another turn, the Spider dies from poison anyway. So I think we're good. So yeah, pretty close, but we've done it. So that's the hardest level done. We now go on to our strongest level, where everybody's either strong or neutral affinity. It does mean that one of these two, Nephril or Cold Heart, come back to being the tank. So you either throw in a false tank, like we could throw in Sepulchre here to be our tank, or you see if you can just tank it up. I think we throw in a false tank and see if this works. But yeah, again, stage 16 now, so we're on to trying to beat 3 levels higher than we were. The other thing you'll find here now is that, you know, I've not been able to re-gear everyone. I didn't have enough silver to do that, which means that we start to come across points where our accuracy is just not high enough. Everything's moving faster. The accuracy requirements are higher. And like there, we just had a resist from our Nephril. So potentially that throws your run out completely if we didn't have the Heartseeker coming straight after. So the start is good, but it's just a watch out really. The higher you go, the more accuracy requirements you need. You pretty much need 10 times the dungeon level as a minimum to be able to deal with the dungeons. And as you see here, we're kind of just on the edge. We're on the cusp of it. And that means that potentially we're in trouble. So I'll play this one through as well. It's probably going to be about as far as I can go with this team, I think, before the accuracy requirements just need to jump up again and we need a bit more of a kind of gear grind. So, nearly lost our Sepulchre. She's just about held on. And I'll play it through. Let's see how we get on. So we're 3 minutes in. We're dealing with this spider really well, actually. I've had no problems. No real close shaves either. And this spider is dead. So another auto run, which is cool. Bringing in Sepulchre's actually helped us quite a lot here, I think. It's been a really good move. She's got quite high defense as well, and that block debuffs really helps us. Block debuffs, yeah, really helps us. The 16 done on auto. 17 becomes void, so any team comp works. You just need to choose whatever's going to be the strongest setup for you. Better? That is a bit better, actually. And I think it might even be this one. Maybe it's this one. So I'm going to try this as well. Let's try our luck. Turn 17. If we can do 17, it helps us for the Arbiter missions a bit later on as well. So we'll see how far we can go. Maybe one more level. We'll see. Okay, so this is going to be a fail. The reason it failed actually is that Apothecary healed himself instead of my Cold Heart. They went for Cold Heart and she got taken out. So Apothecary being dumb lost us this round. We're actually really close. Need a little bit more protection on our Draco initially, and then this will be a job done. Maybe Sathalia is just better in this round. But yeah, we're actually really close. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. We got full auto on 16. 17 is like a touch away. We've moved Clan Boss from Brutal to Nightmare, and a really comfortable change as well. This has been another account takeover. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you later.